Shalom, unicorns. It is Ellie the Empress here. So, today's topic, we're talking about transformation, transmutation, manifesting new life circumstances with energy transmutation and glamour. Okay? Yes. I swear I need to go to the salon to get one of them scalp scratches and massages. Okay. Try this out a little more. So we've been talking about transforming and using glamour magic a lot, right? I don't even think I finished the title. Using transmutation and glamour. So speaking about glamour magic specifically, intentionally using that form of shifting appearance to change life circumstances. So people get it misconstrued when it comes to the physical appearance. Because, guys can use glamour magic too. However, I am catering this more towards ladies. When you pick the character that you intend to be, they look different. They just look different. Now, if it's not authentically you to be the caricature of what other people in that particular position are, it's kind of like this, right? You wear the costume until you customize the costume. So if you're not in that position at all, you have to talk to yourself. What a lot of people call being delusional, being delulu is the salulu. Okay, it's not about being so delusional that you're making irrational decisions. It's just about living in your head, knowing that the matrix is fake and that anything that you want already exists, and you just have to live and be that character for a good while. MJ, I need you to be quiet, okay? You have to live and be that character for a while in order for it to manifest and come into fruition. So that is transmuting your energy for transformation purposes. Transforming who you are in your regular everyday life so that you can be who you want to be in your regular everyday life. And it doesn't have to be a costume anymore. You fully manifest it into your reality, and that's just the way you live at that point. So if you're in an environment where people don't usually, speak a certain way, dress a certain way, act a certain way, you have to transmute the negativity and the resistance, because sometimes it's not always negativity. It may not be people saying that you can't follow your dreams and that you won't achieve things. Sometimes it's just the side eye. Sometimes it's the secret conversations that people are having. So like for me personally, people don't discourage me. Like they don't ever tell me like, don't do this. Oh, it won't be good if you do this. People rarely tell me stuff like that. I just pick up on the side conversations and the gossip that happens behind my back, because it's all energy. Gossiping is witchcraft. And so if you could pick up on it, you transmute it. Even if you can't pick up on it, it's like put up a protection, like just in case this is happening. Put up a protection, and you can use that energy to transform. You just consider those people to be your fan club. It's like, oh yeah, I know those people are talking about me. That's my fan club. They could be so negative, but like the people who talk about you the most give you the most energy. If your name, your nickname, your family name, your alias, your screen name is being repeated so much by people, they're giving you energy. Now, it may be difficult to handle at first. That's why it's about transmutation. Because receiving negative energy is wild. Because sometimes it's like, well, why are they doing this? I'm not doing anything to them. It doesn't matter. That's what the resistance is. What you're doing is unfamiliar to them, or the way that you're doing it is unfamiliar to their methods. So they have no choice but to be met with resistance with you, because that's against their programming. Are you doing anything wrong? No. They'll probably even say things like, oh, I wouldn't do it like that. And that's their opinion, and that's fine. But instead of leaving it there, they decide to go talk to other people about your methods. Yay! Crystal Lightweight Mind State said just now getting the notification, and you've been on for 2 hours. So nah, it's funny. Nah, I'm late. I just started like 5 minutes ago. My notification thingy, I was supposed to start a while ago, but I'm late. You're in. Just started. You're fine. Grand Rising. Very happy to see you. And so when you transmute the negativity or just the side conversations, because it doesn't have, like I said, they don't have to be speaking negatively about you. They literally could just be side conversations like, why are they doing it like that? No, is it that weird? Right, like I didn't do it like that and I wouldn't do it like that. Why? Okay, if you get it done, does it matter how you do it? No, but those people are paying so much attention to you, might as well use their energy and transmute it into what you are desiring, what you are transforming into. Crystal too funny. She said, "Oh, okay, my bad. You too. That's too funny." Grand Rising, beautiful Empress Ellie. Grand Rising. It's a beautiful day. I woke up so early. I'm getting so much done. It's the fact I woke up early and I was late here. But anyway, so just transmuting life circumstances. So let's say you don't live in an ideal environment for what you are intending to be. So you have to transmute the environment. So let's say it's not people. It's literally like not ideal for what you want. You have to really go into your imagination and act as if you live in the ideal environment that you're seeking. And then you have to manifest your physical appearance to match that. So if you live somewhere cold and you want to move to where it's warm, you have to, like, one of the ideas you could do is wearing warm weather clothes inside of your house, because it wouldn't make logical sense for you to go outside with warm weather clothes on when it's cold, or vice versa. Having your house cold and wearing cold weather clothing in your house. Now I wouldn't even, like, I'm just using that as an example. The warm weather one makes more sense, but you know, wearing winter clothes in the house is kind of wild. But you get my point though. If that's what works for you, that's what works for you, sort of thing. And why do we have to transmute energy? We have to transmute energy because we are naturally met with resistance. There are a lot of people who are born into circumstances and they're just fed into systems. Whether good or bad, that's just the way life is. It doesn't matter your status in life. People are born into and are fed systems. So if you are desiring to change the system that you were born into, it just takes that much more work. Just because. Just because. Where you're going against the grain in any form or fashion, it takes transmutation and energy work because of the resistance. You know, doesn't necessarily mean you're being attacked. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's negativity. It's just different, so you have to figure it out. You have to intentionally be around people who are in, whether they live that or they're intending to live it as well. You have to associate with them. You have to appear the way that they do. Like I said, you don't have to carbon copy. You can find your own individuality in those things, but it's still important to appear the part to some extent. And that's where the glamour magic can come in. And you have to talk the part. You have to act the part. Because you're not being an actor and just pretending to do something and then leaving it there. You are being an actor and practicing your future. That's literally what it is. You're practicing your future. It's not pretending and then taking off your costume when you go home. It's okay. I'm going to put on this costume and manifest it as my reality. What you finna get?
I'm gonna put on some
Hold on.
clothes.
Why do you want different clothes?
I think we accidentally spilled some of the milk on here.
Okay. This is right here, so I'm gonna need you to wait until they get done, okay?
Okay.
But did you finish eating?
Mm, I didn't finish my banana, but I did finish some of my food on the plate.
Okay, go ahead and finish eating the rest of your food, and then get started on your work after that. All right.
Okay.
Okay. It's about embodying. So when embodying gets to a point where it's changing your daily habits, changing your regimen, changing your physical appearance, you do have to transmute a lot of energy. You have to take in what, okay, let's say you're going up a level, you're maturing. Well, if you're going up to the next level in life, you can take some of that younger stuff with you that's part of your personality, but it makes no sense to take your immature ways. So you have to look at your immature ways and transmute them for the future. It's like, okay, well, I used to do this, or I'm doing this currently, and now I'm aging, I'm getting older. I gotta change this and tweak this in this sort of way because this is toxic, or it's going to be toxic for me when I get older. So let me go ahead and transmute this energy for something useful. So if you're an athlete, and that being an athlete isn't a bad thing, but you don't see yourself being an athlete anymore. You want to do something different. You still want to be fit, but you want to do something different than being an athlete. So you have to transmute your athleticism and create workout routines that will that'll suffice for what you did as an athlete. So if your workouts were for, let's say, tennis, and you go to play tennis a couple of times a week, and you have your workouts to keep yourself fit outside of tennis, then you would have to increase the amount of workouts that you do. Maybe you could play tennis every once in a while, every month or so, because your lifestyle just doesn't fit for you to play tennis on a regular basis anymore, because whether it's something like you may have added members to your family, or you may have gone up in some sort of status in some sort of way in your community, whatever that may be. So you simply just like have less time as you're getting older to play tennis. So you can still enjoy the sport, but doing it as a regular hobby may not make sense for you anymore as you get older. So you still have to add things into your life to keep up your athleticism. You love working out, you love being fit, but being an athlete, whether professionally or as a hobby, just doesn't make sense for you anymore. So then you have to transmute all that extra energy that you have from playing tennis and just add it into your other workouts. Or have something like a tennis simulation so you can still play tennis a little bit. You get what I mean? Just going to the field and going to play tennis and playing a game with somebody just won't be able to work for you anymore. So you have to make do for the fact that you're maturing and that you're moving up in life and that things are different, so you can't play tennis every week. So the same thing goes for even spirituality, right? If you're, atheist, I don't know what atheist people do, so I'm just making example. Um, if you're atheist and then you're getting into spirituality, you have to transmute the fact that you feel like life is pointless. So instead of saying, oh, well, what's the point of life? Then be like, well, the point is life. Yeah, it's like a lot of thought transmutation when it comes to that. Because atheist people usually don't have rituals. Now, religious people, they have the rituals. But for atheist people, they may see nature and they may appreciate nature, but they would have to be more intentional about nature. Atheist people would have to look at nature as if it's a living being versus an inanimate object. So how would transmutation go into that? So if an atheist person already like takes nature walks, they just like hiking or whatever, and they already do that for fitness purposes or because that's just what they like to do, that's the way that they get their exercise, that's the way that they stay healthy, instead of just walking or hiking, they would need to talk to the plants on their walk. So it's like marching or walking or jogging and then taking a stop and just talking to a tree, talking to a flower, talking to a bee, talking to a butterfly, talking to a caterpillar, talking to an anthill, and just bonding with nature more intentionally versus just seeing nature as a field to be active in. That's transmutation. So it's not so much doing totally different things. You have to do that too. Some habits you have to replace, and some habits you have to enhance in order to become the individual that you are intending to be. So when you take all that into consideration, it's like, okay, now how can I fully manifest my new life circumstances? Because, you know, changing my habits is only going to do so much. Changing your habits is everything. Transmuting your habits for your highest good is everything necessary. It just takes time. A lot of people really have to work on their patience. And that sounds really lame. I know that. I know that sounds really lame. Work on patience? Really? Because it's multiple things. You have to intensify your work ethic, whether that's literally intentionally relaxing. I'm one of those people. I'm an overachiever type. So I have to intentionally relax and put my body to rest so that I don't overwork myself and get burnt out. Whereas some people almost could never work enough to get burnt out. So their intentionality would have to be in developing more of a work ethic. I was born that way. I was born in the Chinese zodiac year of the ox, and I'm a Capricorn cusp. So it's just work. Like, you just got to pay attention to stuff like that and see why you are the way that you are. And so, taking all that into consideration, you have to look at the way you were raised, the way that you decided to live despite how you were raised, and be like, okay, I like these traits. I like that trait. I enjoy this. However, I want this to change. I want that to change. I want that to change. I want that to change. And once you can fully look at your life, you'll know exactly what you need to transmute. If you're manifesting a more slim body, you know, you got to transmute the meals that you make. Instead of, like, say you want to eat the same foods, right? Instead of eating particular types of chicken or turkey or certain red meats like beef, definitely pork, and even some aspects of seafood. If you're not going to do the pescatarian thing, you can look at how to replace those items with starches or fungi, you know? So just replacing meat for a season will dramatically make you more slim. Meat alone, even if you do eat processed foods like in your other meals, just taking meat out of your diet will help you slim down. So for myself, I'm having the opposite situation where I don't need to slim down anymore. So I'm slowing down on my fruit intake and increasing my proteins, my grains, and my starches. So I'm transmuting what I love the sugariness of fruit. I love the taste of fruit. I love how fruit makes me feel. It makes me feel energized. However, if I got to deal with being a little more tired, just so I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I want my booty back. Like, I want my ass back. I'm tired of this flat booty stuff. And so I gotta do what I gotta do. And I'm doing my squats. So I like yoga already. I don't necessarily like fitness like that. Not fitness. I don't like exercising like that. So I gotta do my squats though. It doesn't matter. Cause like I do handstands, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of handstands recently. Ah, puffball would be so cute, but we're not going. We're not going. We're doing the ponytail. While handstands are very, very good for me. They help with my blood flow. They help me practice tantra. Everything like that. It makes more sense for me to just go ahead and get my squats done. I could do handstands and squats, but I'm not gonna do all that. That's just me. My goal is to get my booty back. So I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta work my glutes out. And that's the transmutation. I got the whole fitness thing down. It's just intentionally exercising for a purpose, manifesting my new life circumstances. And that's what a lot of people, like, people just got to be honest with themselves. It's not just about doing things for an aesthetic, doing things because you think you're quote unquote supposed to. It's about genuinely looking at your life circumstances and saying, yeah, that's got to change. And a lot of times you don't even have to go do a whole bunch of internet research or anything. You just meditate and your spirit guides will let you know, hey, you need to do this in order for this to change. I'm gonna give my arms a rest. I just got done cooking. I don't usually cook breakfast a whole lot. So I usually, for one thing, I don't usually eat breakfast. I give my son some fruit. I'll drink coffee or tea or whatever, and that'll be my breakfast. And then I'll eat lunch, or I'll eat lunch pretty much after that. Today I decided to eat breakfast. I woke up really early and I wanted food. Like I said, I gotta get back thick. So that's just my goal right now. And if y'all want to see what I cooked, I did go live on my Instagram, so y'all can check that out if you want to. Yeah, just need to give my arms a rest. So you just take that time to really think about who you are envisioning yourself to be. Because even if you don't hit the physical goals, like if you're losing weight and you've never been like that small of a person, you probably don't know what it looks like for you to be small. Me, I know what it looks like for me to have a butt. So I'm just getting back to where that was. Just gaining back the weight that I lost. That sort of thing. Because it's at the stomach. That's fine. I got the chubs right here. So I just got to get it back there. And so if you don't know what that looks like, all you can do is look at inspiration from other people. And again, you can consult your spirit guides and they can show you visions of what you may look like. You could look at other people in your family, if they're thin, or if that's a generational curse. That's the thing. You got to analyze your environment. If it's a generational curse for everybody to be obese or like pretty big in your family, you can't look at anybody for inspiration. That is where you come from. You have to look outside or literally within and know, okay, well, I know that nobody in my family can help me with this because nobody in my family has achieved this. Even if they have achieved it, look where they are right now. You know? If you're intending to be a more studious person in general, not just for, studying in school, studying for a job, or you just want to be more studious in general, you got to decrease the amount of time that you spend with people who don't read books. Specifically books. Everybody reads social media posts, but not many people take the time to start and finish reading a book. And some people who do that, they read things that do not help them in life. Not everybody has to read a finance book or a self-help book specifically. You could be reading things about spirituality. You could be reading the entire Bible for yourself, the entire Quran for yourself. You could be reading these ancient texts, these holy scripts for yourself to increase how studious you are as a person. And of course to increase your knowledge, but like increasing the habit of doing that in general for life. You have to transmute the fact that a lot of people who you may have known before just don't have those habits. So you have to transmute your time that you spend with them and use it for yourself. Because that's where the side comments will come in, like, oh, where are they at? Yeah, they usually do this with us at this time period. But now, like, you see that what they're doing at that time period is not going to get you anywhere in life. Or it's not going to get you where you want to go. So you got to transmute that time period into what you desire. And you go through cycles with people too. And that's one thing that I don't think people have like shared enough about the way that it works when you start changing. Because some people say like, oh, it's not you that's changing, it's the people around you that are changing. No, it's you. You're changing for the better. It's their reactions. They don't start treating you different. They see you acting different. So they have no choice but to see they treat you different. Because of the way you're acting. It's foreign to them. Not everybody has the best reactions. I feel like the general public could be more mature about things. But you see where we are, where people have to try so hard to be different. It's not even because, it's hard to do a lot of times. Sometimes it's literally just people around saying and doing things to discourage you because they don't want you to change. Sometimes it's not just that they want you to fail. Sometimes some people are so lonely, and it's like, these are my 3 friends. These are my 4 favorite family members that I spend all my time with. And if they lose any of you to anything, it doesn't have to be bad. You don't have to die. You don't have to move to another state or another country. They just lose you to your new habits. That's detrimental for them. Because they may not have the drive to go get their own new habits. So it's easier for them to try to replace a person instead of be like, well, let me do what they're doing. Or let me find a new hobby of my own. Because they're that lonely and they have issues with detachment. They have issues with attachment. And that may not be their fault, but it's up to them to do the shadow work to transmute that perceived loss, because they didn't lose you as a person. You just have to go work on yourself, and you have to transmute that situation for your own better life circumstances. So they have to see it from that perspective, but not everybody is given that perspective. When you're changing your life, you have to go through your own cycles. And then when they change their lives, then they have to go through their own cycles. Sometimes people come back in our lives after different aspects of transformation. Sometimes you do lose people. And I don't think it's talked enough about when you set certain boundaries. Because it's like you hear, oh, cut off this person, cut off that person. Where sometimes it's not even about cutting them off. It's just about, hey, these are my boundaries, and if you're not going to respect it, I literally won't talk to you for the next 2 years. You don't have to tell them that specifically, like 2 years, but I'll talk to you when I talk to you if you're not going to respect my boundaries. Because, sometimes it does take 2-5 years before you can enter back into somebody else's life, because if they're still in the same cycle, you don't need to be in their energy, because you've already been transmuting their stagnancy basically in your life. You've been transmuting their stagnancy in your life. So if they're still stagnant and it's going to affect you, you don't need to be in a state of continuing to transmute that. You've already gotten into a new routine. So you can't be back around those people too soon. So it's about setting healthy boundaries for yourself to be able to survive in your new existence and environment. 5 viewers and 5 likes. Greatly appreciate y'all. Angel number of change, which is what we're talking about. Transformation, changing who you are, changing how you are, and manifesting new life circumstances. So now let's talk a little bit more about glamour. People have this whole misconception about what they think it means to be a person, like in general, a person. Because I was about to say natural. And thing is, everybody's natural. You're either good at being natural or you're bad at it. You're either healthy or you're unhealthy. At the end of the day, everybody's natural. It's just, are you taking care of your natural? Do you have hair like this and choose to use artificial hair? Or is your hair this long and you have to wear artificial hair because you think it makes you look better? Are you a good natural or a bad natural? We're all natural. Bald is natural. So, are you manifesting new life circumstances in the way that you take care of yourself? Because it's not just about, life and status, family circumstances, but it's about you, who you are. Do you have a good relationship with your spirit guides? I know I talk to Abba all the time. I haven't been talking to him too much lately because he be annoyed with me the way I just be talking to him. Because I be like, God, like, Abba, why you made your kids like that? Like, I know I can't be the only one that be acting the way I be acting. Come on, God. Like, why my siblings act this way? And he just be like, look, your brother Yeshua done already asked me this a bunch of times. Go ask him. And I don't like talking to Yeshua that much. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know what it is about, dude. I love him. That's my brother. But I'm not finna go talk to him. I want to talk to you, Dad. Like, come on now. It's just different talking to your sibling versus your parent. It's the same thing spiritually as it is in the third dimension. It's just, I don't know. But like, are you tight with God like that? Are you tight with your spirit family like that? Because even like talking to your mom, I'll talk to my earth mother goddess. Like, I'll talk to mama, and it's like, she talking to her different. I'm not finna go complain to her. I'm not finna go mess with her. Like, for her, I'll be like, okay, I saw this vision. I need you to clarify what happened in this and tell me who this exactly is and why I was at this location. Like, I talked to her about like very specifically spiritual stuff. I had to get over what religion was teaching about having a relationship with God. In order to get to that point, I had to transmute. Because in Christianity, they teach us the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Who's the Holy Spirit? That's Earth Mother Goddess. That's the spirit that lives here on the earth plane. That's the feminine essence. Because you can't create without the feminine essence. They just made the Holy Spirit seem like it was genderless, so people assumed it was masculine. But how can two masculines create another masculine? Or how can two masculines create anything? Aren't the religious people the ones who are homophobic? Okay. I'm telling you, I could rip these people up if they let me in the room with them with a microphone. So y'all telling me y'all think two masculines created? Oh, okay. So I had to transmute that thought process so that I could fully comprehend what's going on spiritually. People are afraid of the Bible when the Bible has a lot of information in it. All you got to do is transmute the thought process of what you think it is. It still has a lot of truth in there. Just transmute. It talks about repentance. That's shadow work. That's all. That's all that is. It's not some grand thing that people, that a lot of people be capping about. It's just going to your spirit team and be like, I'm atoning for my sins and I will do better. I'm working on it. I'm doing better. That's transmutation and transforming. It requires discipline. Yeah, you have to be consistent. Because that's part of the transformation. You don't have, like, yes, some people can do things cold turkey. Some people could just wake up and be an entirely different person. Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new type of energy, like, just the next day. That happens. Does it happen all the time for everybody? Not at all. That's very rare. It's very rare for people to just change up their routines and change who they are as a person. So when one accomplishes that, it's a beautiful thing. As long as it's for the better, you know. Some people go into their villain era and then they take it too literally and then they mess up. Then they have to come back. But some people, it's hard to come back from that. Some people go into the villain era, they start gaining so much stuff, whether it's material wise or notoriety or anything, and they be like, do I want to go back to it? Man, it's a hard road when you go down the dark side and you don't see the benefit in being in the light anymore. Because even if you're on the dark side, you can still be seen in a good light. That's the crazy thing about this whole situation. You don't have to be actual light in order to be seen as such. It's just an image projection. And ladies, I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about some of the other stuff going on. I'm going to get back on topic in a minute. So some of y'all know about marine liquidity fiduciary flow. And so it's kind of like, what the heck is that? Marine is waters and liquidity is liquid. So waters again. And that's a financial term for basically having equity, having value in something and being able to use it as currency. Fiduciary is financial, paperwork, and legal stuff. And flow, again, back to waters, and also your work flow, the way you do things, and ease of doing it. And so I have a community that I'm building there where we're discussing the different things that go on in the upper realms of the matrix system, if you get what I mean. And so I'm giving y'all the information necessary so that we can do what's necessary to be educated about these things. Because I see that building physical communities just isn't the way at this moment. It seems like it. However, after, my attempts, I'm just kind of like, okay, I think education on what the actual matrix is going to help more than trying to get people together, because it's just not working out, at least the way that I thought it would. So I'm sharing all the terminologies that the matrix, uses to manipulate people, and education on the industries that are used to basically set a precedent, set a standard for how the matrix is going to be operating. That's what I study. I study finance, I study economics, and so that is what controls the matrix currently in this dimension, this third dimension here. So I'm sharing information about that. Y'all will have full access for free when I open it all the way up. But if you want early access to certain things, you can get a membership on the website. Not on the website. Here on the YouTube channel, you can get a membership. They start at 99 cents a month. But when I open up the community, it will be free for ladies to join it. Guys, masculines will have to pay $11,000 because they've been the biggest hold up in these community building projects, because we need masculine energy to do certain things. Like, their physical vessels are there to work and do things, and they just, I don't know. It'll make sense, right, to spend $2,000 on resources and stuff, but they decide to spend $2,000 on like video games and weed, and they'll buy crystals thinking that it's important, but they're not doing what's necessary even when they buy the crystals, sort of thing. So I just left them out of the equation altogether unless they have 11,000. And I chose 11,000 specifically because, you know, guys will spend a couple of $1,000s on anything at all. So the discipline it takes to save up 5 figures of finances, they will transform as a person. So going back to the topic, they'll transform as a person, putting that type of money away. Like, that's the type of money you save up to get a car. That's the type of money you put down on a house. Like, so they'll have to transform as a person in order to work with us, in order to invest with us as a real community. So that's Marine Liquidity Fiduciary Flow. You can get early access to certain things on the membership here. And you have access to all the virtual business meetings and the vocabulary lists. It helps you decode the matrix. So that's what I mean. When I'm talking about decoding the matrix for what it is, like, we can learn all the spiritual stuff all day. That's not going to help us. That's not going to help us in our actions, in the way that we move, in the way that we do things. If we're saying that we want change the way that we want change, we have to learn the system and be able to transmute it. Okay. It's kind of crooked, like it's off to the side. I don't like that. It'll be okay, but because I'm not finna redo that. I got too far along for me to try to fix a crooked ponytail. So by learning the terminologies, learning the industries that control everything. So I'll go into example a little bit. Learning about economics, they categorize people by generation, right? So you have my son's generation, which is Generation Alpha. You have my generation, Generation Z. You have the generation before me, Millennials. Then you have Generation X, and then you have Baby Boomers. No! I'm just gonna sit it down. Okay. Then you have Baby Boomers. I think some of the silent generation is still alive, but they're soon to go too. They're soon to go regardless, but I don't know what that too meant. That was unintentional to say. So what's going on right now is the world is shifting to make room for the baby boomers. They were the largest generation to be born because they are the generation that was born after World War II was over. So when you have the largest population of individuals who are about to, whether it's change in the workforce, change what they're doing in the workforce, completely retire, move, relocate. When you have that many people about to make drastic life decisions, the entire economy has to transmute and transform. It doesn't, like, there's nothing anybody can do about the fact that people are getting older. So you have more healthcare concerns, you have more housing concerns, you have real estate concerns because they could be wanting to sell their houses, they could be passing away, so their houses will be, available if their family didn't inherit it. And let's be honest, most people are not financially literate, so they're not doing their wills properly. Even if they are, people and families just don't take care of things the right way, and stuff happens. They got to sell the house, or the house ends up getting in foreclosure, or the house ends up getting taken by taxes. Like, there's so many things that happen. And we're already currently in the highest rate of available housing in the past, was it 10 years? Yeah, I think in the past 10 years, we're at the highest availability of housing. There's more houses on the market now than there have been in the past 10 years. So with that number increasing steadily, simply based on the fact that baby boomers are in the space of retiring, passing away, and just changing their life circumstances due to their age, everybody else has to be prepared for that. It's not just them changing their lives, it's an entire generation of people doing pretty much the exact same thing, changing drastically. So you can look into fields that concern the elderly, because it's going to be big opportunity, because no one has a choice. It's not a choice, it's just a thing that's happening. Okay. What these? So it's important to pay attention to things like that when you are deciding to change your life. It's like, okay, I'm changing my life, I'm changing this about myself, I'm changing that. How will I fit in with this changing world? Not how to fit into the changing world. How will I fit in during the changing of this world? Is what I'm doing going to make sense? Is what I'm doing going to be helpful and assist the collective shift? You have to think about things like that. You still have to think about, like, not so much always being of service in every single thing you do, but it just doesn't make sense, you know? Is this logical? Is this beneficial? Sometimes we just want to do what we want to do, but that's not always good, is it? Yeah, yep. I had a feeling it was crooked, but I didn't double check. So I guess we're just gonna have the ponytail on the side today, cause I'm not finna deal with that. I am not dealing with that. That is ridiculous. I'm not dealing with that. Like, I could, but no. Okay, I'm just getting these little stickies out. Stickies and tangles. So, honestly, this is a very exciting time we are in, simply because of the fact we do have this transition happening. So we already had the Great Awakening. Of course, the Great Awakening is still happening. It's happening for the entire decade of 2020, and a lot of people, like, just fail to realize, like, and it's been, I mean, specifically spiritual people fail to realize it was never about just waking up. It was about waking up and realizing, okay, this is what it is. What am I going to do about it? And now, the people who are spiritual manifested a war and don't know what to do about it for real, other than make posts, and that's not going to do anything. Like, I highly doubt that most spiritual people who be making these posts about this war have actually gone into meditation and consulted about what's going on. Because forget the facts, forget what you see on the news, forget even the history you think you know. That's not what's going on. You need to meditate and get a spiritual perspective on what's happening. I digress with that. Taking the steps necessary on what we need to do and how to transform. So some people, whatever it is that they're deciding to do requires glamour. It requires a different physical appearance that's more appealing. So if that's the case, what does that call for? Does that call for, of course everybody should be healthier regardless. So healthier skin, healthier hair, healthier diet to manifest the physical benefits? Or is it just going to be, like, it's not good to use glamour in a way that's inauthentic. So if you're practicing self-care first, and then you practice the artificial glamour magic, then that's okay. Glamour magic, artificial glamour magic, should not be used if the person isn't healthy or doesn't practice self-care. It can be very dangerous at that point, because nonetheless, whether you're healthy on the inside or not, the physical artificial glamour magic works regardless. So whatever it is you're manifesting, whether that's a whatever type of new life circumstance, it could be um, something going on with community status, being around a new social circle, something dealing with your family, being seen in a different light by other people, because that's what glamour magic is. Changing or altering your career, manifesting more abundance in any sort of sense. However you're using glamour magic, is use it after the self-care is taken care of first. Because once you start manifesting, you start transforming, are you able to keep up the maintenance of that manifestation? Because you don't have to do glamour magic forever. You do it for a period of time until you manifest whatever it is that you're transforming and transmuting. And then you can either stop with your glamour or keep certain habits if you develop to like them over time. But are you going to keep up those other things? If you get into a new social circle and you haven't practiced self-care, and then you stop doing glamour magic, and then your friends see who you really are you okay with absolute rejection because it's like, oh, you were being fake the whole time? Because if you didn't practice self-care first before you did the glamour magic, yeah, you were being fake the whole time. That's what that is. That's not what I teach. That is a thing you can do. That is a possibility, but that's not what I encourage. I highly discourage that. Highly discourage that. Be who you are. Be authentic to you before you do any sort of glamour magic, especially artificial glamour. MJ, you finished eating? This man done got so comfortable.
I forgot to eat.
You forgot to eat. You got so comfortable. He got so comfortable, just forgot to finish eating. Ken said hello. Grand Rising, how are you? So yeah, it can be really dangerous if you're not practicing self-love before you do the whole glamour thing. Because you'll get your manifestations. That's what people, don't really talk about. Glamour magic is a guaranteed way to manifest things. That's why people kind of get upset and they'll be like, oh, well, that girl did this and that girl did that and she fake, she does this, she does that, but she still gets the benefits of this and that. Well, because she's glamoring. Like, it's going to attract. The physical is going to attract. If she uses waist trainers, if she gets cool sculpting, if she got liposuction, if she got a BBL or boob job, if she got lip fillers, if she got anything to enhance her physical appearance, if she got a sew-in, if she did anything to enhance her physical appearance, whatever it is she's manifesting, gonna work out. That's just how it works. That's glamour magic. Changing your physical appearance so that you're treated differently by the matrix to the point where you manifest whatever it is you're seeking. I got big lashes today. These are number 18s. I usually wear 17s. These are 17s, these are 18s. So if you could tell the thickness, it's like a little bit more. It's not crazy dramatic, just one size up. But yeah. So that's why actors and entertainers, they're able to wear that fake stuff all the time because they're paid to wear the fake stuff, because them getting paid is them wearing the fake stuff. Everybody could be like, who's the artist? Like Sierra, or the way that Aaliyah was. and just be barefaced a lot and just wear makeup sometimes, most of them are not going to do that because it's less money, which is fine. You know, all the power to them as long as they live natural, authentic lives. However, we know most celebrities do not live natural, authentic lives. They're the first ones to line up for a surgery. That's what it means to sell your soul. If you're constantly doing something, you don't have to sign a contract and literally sign your name in blood and all that other stuff and sign to the devil, literally. The devil is worshiping image, is worshiping money. So if you're in a period of time and you're just like, oh, what's her name? Not Hannah. What's her name? She had to get ready for the king, and her uncle was like one of the people, and then it's a Bible story. And that dude Hammond, he like set up her uncle and was finna have him killed. I forgot her name. But basically, she had to go through a period of being pampered and glamored by the ladies of the palace to prepare her for the king. Back then, that's pretty much all it was. It was just you do what you got to do to get a husband. So, however much glamour you need to get the particular husband that you desire in is what you got to go through to get that husband. Sometimes it's absolute training. You have to keep up a certain type of lifestyle in order to have the husband. But for a good while, you just have to transform for a minute and then you can relax once you achieve your goal. So it's really a science. It's a science to it. It's a concentration, really. So you're either going through a season of transformation only, or you're going through a season that becomes a manifestation. So you either become the habits that you form, or you just utilize those habits for a temporary period of time. Either way is fine, as long as you are taking self-care into consideration first above all things. Your spiritual life is way more important than the thing you're trying to manifest. So if you're neglecting your sun gazing because you think it's more important to put on makeup, and so it's like, I need to spend 2 hours to put on makeup, so I'm going to have to skip my sun gazing. It's not good. Like, I can admit I haven't been sun gazing in a while, but that's because I've relocated, so my circumstances are a little different. But when I'm comfortable and I know that I can do my daily sun gazing no matter what the weather is, as long as it's not raining, I ain't got no excuses for that. Like, I ain't got no type of excuses for that. My only thing right now is safety. You know, some of y'all know my story. Some of y'all know my situation. So, I can't really just be outside like that anyway. Anymore. But, I digress. Still making sure that my health is intact and that my practices are up to par, really. Because it doesn't make sense to be manifesting whatever it is I'm manifesting into my life without making sure that I don't have proper maintenance of myself. Having healthy habits in general, not just appearing to be healthy for the aesthetic. That's been blowing me, like people who are healthy for the aesthetic versus genuinely being healthy. Even being healthy for like challenges and not making a lifestyle choice. I don't know. It's just the fact that I just got this glue. I don't know why it's acting like it wants to run out already. I was using my other one for so long, and then this one to act like it ain't got nothing in here. Okay. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's just gonna be uncomfortable. When you're achieving to succeed at something that's new and foreign to you, it's just gonna be uncomfortable. Like me, I need to use tweezers to put these on. I don't want to, but I gotta try. I have to do it. I used to before a little bit, but I just find it easier to use my fingers. But the thing is, I know that if I run into that situation again where my nails decide to stay on for multiple days instead of a few hours, putting on eyelashes with nails on, oh my gosh, no, no thank you. So I'm finna practice with these tweezers. When I tell you, I was all the way confused for a minute. I was like, why my lash look like that? I forgot these were the bigger ones. Okay. Okay then. Okay then, self. We did that. Okay. High key, that was way easier than I expected it to be. And it looks better than when I do it with my fingers. The heck? And these are bigger lashes. That's wild. New level unlocked. Holy crap. Y'all see what I mean? Now this side is a little more difficult. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in with the fingers on this one. Okay. Needed a little help with my fingers for this eye. This one was darn near perfect. Perfect application. Wow, I'm actually impressed with myself. I know I'm impressed with myself. That happened way smoother than I thought it was gonna happen. And these lashes are cute. Cause they big. I usually don't go this big. Like, I think I had some this big once before. And that was on some I'm finna go on the runway type of time. Like, I do not do this big lashes thing. Cause like I wanted them big, but I didn't want like caterpillars on my eyelashes either. You know, like I can't. I don't know how girls be wearing the giant. Like, can you see? These are heavy on my eyes right now. They're not too bad. Like I'm still fine. But when I'm really thinking about like, just imagine I double these. Can y'all see with them on? What be going on? I got 2 notifications. Let me see what that is. Probably Instagram. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, it was Instagram. Okay. Okie dokie. I just put you down. I shall check you one more time. What? Yeah, they advertising Drake's tour on Cash App. What type of deal you gotta have where Cash App is advertising for you? Dang. Okay. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember. It was a couple of streams ago where I had lost my nail. It got stuck to one of my books. I found it. Like this whole set in the trash now. I had lost this nail, had to replace it with a different nail that was in the package, and then I found it. Gonna be stuck to one of my books, one of my ebooks at that. NRG Robert 227 say, yo, what's up? Bro, what happens to your face? Hello. I guess like y'all really don't know what glamour magic is. Or like y'all will see my videos where I talk about glamour magic and just choose to ignore the whole point. Okay, so for face, I'm gonna do. Cause like I don't like doing a whole bunch of stuff to my face. I really don't. Like I really don't. So I'm gonna have some blush, but I won't do too much blush. Okay. I think this is forefinger. No, that's not forefinger. This one? No. That's what I thought. Okay. I have a little bit of blush and a pretty dark lip. I'm gonna do the dark because I'm wearing pink today. So I want to make sure that my makeup matches the full vibe. Okay. Speaking of that, I will be right back. Y'all give me a moment. Andrea, did you finish eating? You gotta do your schoolwork now. Do you want to do your schoolwork in the bedroom or in the living room?
In the living room.
I'll turn on the light for you. Here you go. So you can get all your school stuff. So you can get all your school stuff and take it in there. I am back, you guys. I am back. So this is my shirt that I'm wearing today. So that's why I'm gonna go kind of dark with the pink. I'm wearing that shirt, sweater type of thing, with these pants, some Nike yoga pants. So just a chill, comfortable fit today. So that's why I'm gonna do extra glam on the face. Okie dokie. Okay. Bro, the lashes are everything right now. They really are. Okay. I would usually do the whole eyeshadow thing before I would put the lashes on. But Honestly, I'm gonna do something real light for that. So I'm gonna go really, really light up here. I don't want too much up here at all. Okay. Yeah, I don't want too much up there at all. Like just a bloop. I'm gonna definitely put more on my lips, but just kind of rubbing that in. It's giving sexy clown. I'll be right back. I need some tissue. Okay, because I don't want to be doing too much. Too much. David Likes Life said, the nigga talk about what's your favorite position. Y'all niggas is weird. I told y'all, like, I said this on Instagram earlier. I was like, don't believe nothing these dudes talking about. Saying, oh, you shouldn't wear that. You should be natural, blah, blah, blah. Don't believe nothing they talking about. I'm talking about as soon as I started doing my makeup, then weirdos. Everything was cool. I put on 2 lashes. Weirdo pops up 1. I start putting on the makeup. Weirdo number 2 pops up. Don't believe nothing they talking about. Okay. So this is the change. I'm finna take off some more. This is what the difference is though. Okay. So this difference. It looks like I got some lipstick and just da da da. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Right. I'm gonna keep this nail for manifestation purposes, because there ain't no way it's just gonna vanish like that and then reappear. No, you're not getting thrown in the trash. I'm gonna keep you. That whole weekend I had this set of nails was wild. Okay, so next, I'm being straight up honest with y'all. I'm not going to put on my nails properly today. I absolutely am not. I like for my nails to be on for a day at the max, like 12 hours. And I easily just take them off because I'm done with my work day. Having nails on for 3+ days is not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. No, not part of the plan. It's for cameras only. For cameras only. Now, if I had got like a regular full set, like I went to a nail tech and got them done, got my acrylics done, it'd be different because I know it'd be safer for me to do certain things. But even if you do your press on nails properly, it's still that concern of, am I gonna break a nail? And I just don't enjoy having that type of anxiety. No, thank you. These lashes, these lashes is something different. You go up one size and it changes everything. That's why I didn't want to do too much eyeshadow, because that's already a lot. It's already a lot. Imagine I did like shading with my eyeshadow and stuff. Okay. So back to the topic. So even with like using glamour and stuff, right? Eventually, yeah, I'm gonna go back to getting acrylics. Is it gonna be like a thing I do all the time? Probably not. But when I want to do glamour magic, I have to be concerned about like buying new sets of nails. Even though I like variety, I'm the type of person I like variety anyway. So if I'm gonna do something and I have to change things up, I like to have variety so I don't have to change things all the time, but I like to, switch it up every now and then. But, because, having nails, right? I found this whole cute set from the dollar store. I'm talking about Dollar Treat. Got this for $1.25. I haven't tried them out yet, but when I do, I got 6 different type of nails I could try, and I could mix and match them if I wanted to. That makes me so excited. Like, and this is the thing that trips me out about dudes. They be thinking, I swear they be thinking we get cute for them. Bruh, that made me so excited. I ain't got no nigga, bruh, and I'm not looking for one. I'm working on myself. I have my own goals that I'm achieving right now. My only thing is being the best mom that I can be in my current circumstances and working on the things I'm already working on. I have a book that's coming out later this year. I've reached another level spiritually. I have a whole nother mission I'm going on. I just went on 2 to 3 missions in the last 7 days. I'm on fire as a person. This type of stuff you can use. Like I said, you can use glamour magic for anything. You can use it for attracting a mate for sure, ladies. As long as your self-care is intact. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes, like, you have to be spiritually in tune. That's why the self-care is so important. You have to be spiritually in tune. Because you start attracting a lot when you start doing glamour magic. You attract a lot. So you have to be really good at filtering and having discernment. And you won't make it a perfect decision every single time unless you're just that in tune. So if you pick the right guy the first date, cool. However, if you pick the wrong guy on the first date, you gotta know how to filter him out. Because he might just like the way you look. He might be magic to attract a mate. You attract so much. Me personally, that was a lie. I don't know how much y'all missed. But anyway, like I was saying, that's why I don't encourage using glamour magic to attract a mate. Because me personally, I don't like having to sift through people. So if it's meant for me to have a mate at a particular time, I will allow the universe to place them into my life whenever that's supposed to be. I truly do believe in divine timing when it comes to stuff like that. Now, manifesting and creating more abundance, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be intentional about that one, okay? That's all this is for. I have upgraded spiritually and I have upgraded my lifestyle. I have manifested so much since using this particular look for glamour magic. The nose is a little red, so I'm going to decrease the amount that I have on my nose. But it's cute. I like the TikTok way of doing makeup, so that's why I do the little nose thing with the blush. There we go. It's better. So, getting to next levels and stuff, I showed y'all how to be a baddie on a budget throughout this whole series. I may make a whole Glamour Magic series. I don't know, because I could definitely add this to the High Value Mother series. Well, the playlist. But regardless, though, throughout this entire time, I've been sharing how to be a baddie on a budget. I got this synthetic ponytail for $14, and I got another one, so that's a total of $28 that I invested into artificial hair. Total in nail and lashes, I don't know. It'd probably be around like maybe $40 total. Items from the dollar store and low cost items from the beauty supply store. I didn't spend any crazy amounts at the beauty supply store even when I went. I just made sure to get items that were made for that specifically. Because like this came from the dollar store. Even though this works for sure, I could get a better quality one for the same price at the dollar store. I mean, at the beauty supply store. Now, this was $1. So finding one that's maybe $2, that'll make sense. Because like these lashes, you go to the dollar store, get them for $1, but it'd be best to go to the beauty supply store, get them for $2, $3. These were $2. Really, it's best to get like, you know, the $4 or $5 ones, but baddie on a budget, okay? And for those who are unfamiliar, like, this literally happened during my transformational period. Like, you know, this is the type of stuff that happens when you use glamour magic. It's for my business too. Like, I don't be doing no stupid stuff to get money. All I did was add a little twang. What was that twang? Glamour magic.
Mommy, since the date changed, do I have to do that one?
Yeah. It's November, so then that's still 11, and then it's 13. It's the what? Yes, it's 23.
Okay.
And so, what did I do? This is okay. So, transforming through transmutation. People make money from their businesses and do irresponsible things. What did I do with the money that I earned from my business? I reinvested it into more glamour magic materials, these lashes specifically, and these nails. And the rest of the money is being used for my business, is being reinvested back into my business. I did have to use a little bit of it for like household things, but you know, those are necessities, and that's okay. But going out, buying dinner, buying some weed, buying this and buying that I don't need, it's not going to help me. Like, because you know, like people can use weed for medicinal purposes and to relax and stuff like that. That's not the problem. But you know what I mean? That celebratory smoking, not the, oh, I need to chill out type of smoking. Like, oh, I got me some money, I'm finna go. That type of smoking. That's what I'm talking about.
My Diddy good. Did I do good?
You did great. I see you. Okay, great job. Great job.
It goes kind of stale there.
I see.
It's like trying to be stable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, why we're not stable?
So transmuting your habits into what's necessary instead of being irresponsible and being financially illiterate. It's about being a wise business owner and being like, okay, I'm going to use this money for what I need it for. Because if I didn't have an extra project going on, that would be pocket. I would be able to, bro. I'm being straight up honest with you. If I wasn't doing stuff and manifesting a different thing, and ooh, that would be pocket. I could have me some fun with that chunk of change right there. I could have me some fun with that. But I'm being responsible. Cause like I like food, okay? So I just like buy stuff that's not in my usual routine and just have fun in the kitchen. It would be stuff like that. Or I would take my son out and we would go do something fun, like stuff like that. But I decided to reinvest into more glamour magic materials. I don't think I'll need to buy any more glamour magic stuff other than like some lash glue and maybe some nail glue. And that's it. Like I'm done with the nails. I have 60 nails. This is 6 different types of nails. I don't need to buy any more. Plus, these ones are really high quality ones, so I'll be able to reuse these for a minute. So, I'm just doing what's necessary, staying disciplined, transmuting certain habits, like being financially literate and making sure I spend my money wisely, and transforming into that successful author, transforming into that successful business owner, transforming into that successful content creator. I know things appear a certain way on social media and people, you know, I am an admirable person, things that I've done in my past. So I'm not saying that I don't already have certain attributes that are to be admired. I know that already exists. However, I'm not where I want to be yet. Me as a person. And I know that there's other people who can relate to that. It's like, yeah, I've done this, I've done that, and I've done this and done that, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I know how that feels. I know what that is. I know what that's like. So I'm here for those of us who it's not enough yet. You know, we're grateful. For sure, we're definitely grateful. And we appreciate having the opportunities that we have had in life. It's just not enough. We're not comfortable. And it's good to be uncomfortable. It's actually very good to be uncomfortable. You just have to stay grateful and have gratitude during your uncomfortability. And you got to learn how to stay hungry while you're comfortable too. That's a different level. I haven't made it to that aspect of transformation and transmutation yet. Once I get there, I will. If I'm called to, if I'm called to share that journey, I will. I know I'm on a particular journey here on this channel, and y'all can read my description, my channel description, to see details about that particular journey. As far as being a kingdom entrepreneur in general and stuff like that, having a business intentionally there to help the collective versus just having it for money's sake. So, already being on that journey and sharing it and showcasing it here has been quite the journey. I'll say it like that. To be honest, the biggest shocker to me was having this many male haters. Like I don't even really got female haters like that really got some business about themselves. I just attracted a lot of females, a lot of boss ladies. Like the female haters don't really like, the way they appear is different. The male haters that just blatantly come out and share their weirdo-ness, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. I'll be honest. So, what did I do? Transmute their energy. Transmute everything that they think they're throwing at me and use it for my own benefit. So many guys leave comments about me, quote unquote, looking and appearing natural when they're not contributing to my lifestyle. So what do? I respond back to their comments to boost myself in the algorithm and to consume whatever energy they gave me. I don't argue with them. I just say things like mind your business. They don't usually reply to that. Because I could go back and forth with them and say things like, well, you should have told me what to do because I did it. Or, like, just mind your business. What can they say to that? YouTube and Instagram don't know the difference. They just see, oh, people are interacting in the comments. Let's boost this to more people. That's all. That's all these platforms see. They don't care about the context for the most part. Okay, I was going to do a darker lip, but I think that's going to be fine because the pink is going to be very loud. So it'll probably make the lips louder. So yeah, taking that knowledge that I have as a content creator and just using social media for a tool is using social media for the tool that it is. Social media is a tool. Social media is not an identity. That's another false narrative as well. You have to be who you are online, offline. It's not just about creating an online persona. Now, if it is about creating an online persona, then that needs to be known. Like if you have a character online, then that needs to be known. It's not about pretending to be an influencer and being an inauthentic person. That defeats the entire purpose of being an influencer. Being a general content creator and having a character that you play, that's being creative. And that's perfectly appropriate. That's perfectly fine. But being an inauthentic person and appearing to be an authentic person, that's where the issues come in. Okay. So now I'm going to put on my outfit. I need to brush this part down a little more. Okay. I might have to brush it again when I put my shirt on. Did I close my nail glue? I was supposed to have closed that up. Nope, I sure didn't close it. Glad I noticed that. Okay. We have shirt on. Do 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 do. Remember, ladies, be sexy to yourself. Wear lace, wear thongs whenever you want to. It does not have to be for special times. It is for you to feel a certain way about yourself. Okay? Alright, because like I told y'all, like, Booty is okay. Like, she's okay. But I need more. I need her to come back. So, like, I don't have to. It wasn't that easy for me to put these on before. You know, I don't mind the little thingy. But just sliding them up, I'm too flat bootied. Too flat booted at this point. But I'm cute though. I'm still cute. Regardless of anything. This is outfit. Okay. Casual, athletic type, you know. Like, I'm gonna run to this meeting for a few minutes and then we're gonna all go get coffee later. We're all gonna go get lunch later. Might get a couple of drinks. Who knows? That sort of vibe, you know. That sort of thing. Nothing too crazy. So, I'm about to get to work. I love y'all so much and I really appreciate you being on this journey with me. I talked to a lot of y'all in the DMs. I appreciate all the masculines too. If you watch this whole video and you're a masculine, like, you're awesome. And as long as your intentions are good, because, you know, some of y'all be tweaking. But for those of y'all who send me emails, who have bought my products, who have donated, like, I appreciate y'all so much because y'all genuinely be learning and y'all genuinely be taking in the things that a feminine has to say at that a younger feminine. And so I really appreciate the fact that y'all do be paying attention and you enact on the things that you say you're going to, and those who actually do desire to build, because I know some of y'all just haven't just been able to build due to things like finances and stuff like that, and I admire you for continuing to build yourself up. So by the time, I feel like by the time y'all are ready, then the whole collective will be ready and then you'll be able to showcase all your power at that point. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that appreciation if you watched a video like this one especially. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm finna go do some work. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with what I do for work, I am an online entrepreneur. I teach people about how to get in the real estate investing industry. And so I'm about to go onto my social media platforms and go do that and talk about the book that I am releasing. So I will be a published author when this book comes out. I do have ebooks available. However, this particular book will be sold in physical copy only. And I'm really excited. This is my first actual physical copy book. Sometimes y'all will see me like pull from this book, but this is an ebook. You would have to print it out yourself. It is not currently available in physical copy like this. And if you want me to do a whole binding like this, it's not going to be worth the price that I charge. And so, yeah, I am very excited for that. And I also have, you know, done my own investments and I'm getting back into doing my own real estate investments as I'm, you know, wrapping up certain aspects of me teaching. So it's not that I'm ever going to stop teaching. It's just once I do this book, The whole content creation thing, it'll really just be me keeping up with my community, not so much content creation. The way that social media has developed over the past few years, I started developing content for real estate specifically 6 years ago. So much has changed in all this time, so I'm just making sure all my platforms are set. I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, of course, Instagram, and Facebook with educational content for teaching people about getting into the real estate investing industry. And I have my own website, so that's why like I'm changing the way I'm doing everything, because me having my own website, just it's a complete game changer. Because Facebook groups, I have groups on my website. Forum, like the way that a Facebook feed is a forum, I have a forum on my website that's very, very niche. So I no longer need the social medias in the same way anymore. Now it's just about me developing things to where I can do video content on my website consistently. And then that's it. You know, is the whole social media thing, it's not dead. It's just, as a entrepreneur, I just realized when it's time to pivot. So I need to get more into SEO, ads, stuff like that, versus me doing the stuff like this for real estate. So I'm still going to be on social media doing things like for the spiritual community, doing certain things on my social media platform on Instagram, doing things on my personal, on my main channel, my vlog channel on YouTube, doing different things like that. But for real estate, nah, we finna switch that all the way up. So this book is part of that. All right, I appreciate y'all being here with me with this little get ready with me. And if this video encouraged you, if it educated you in any sort of way, if it motivated you, make sure you let me know in the comments section. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Shalom, Reina Koren, Stawada. And that means thank you and